What's going on, guys? Zestran here. So I want to talk about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and specifically the subject of voice acting. Now, I've said numerous times before, I'm a big fan of voice acting Zelda. It's something I've been wanting since ever, really. And it seems like we're getting it in Breath of the Wild for some things. Obviously, Link is still not voice acted, which personally I don't really like, but other people are, so I'll get over it. I just personally don't like silent protagonists. But there's some things I mostly want to talk about with quotes from AGL Numa. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I don't ever think I ever get that right. But so there was an interview with Polygon that he did, and he was talking about voice acting and why some things are voice acted and some things are not. And I just kind of want to talk about it. So the first thing he said was, quote, "It's really difficult to leave an impression on players with just text. It's not that I made everything voiced, but I have these moments where I want to leave impressions on users. So I added voice there." And I really agree with that. Like in other Zelda games, there would be like an emotional moment or some kind of scene or whatever, and it's just text, you're reading it, you don't get the emotional impact that I feel like you should. And like I'm not a very good reader. I have trouble understanding words sometimes. I don't know why. I've always been that way, but so that's kind of like a annoying thing for me. And just like I was saying, I can play another game like Kingdom Hearts. There'd be a really emotional cutscene or something. You'll feel it more because all the characters are actually talking to each other. They have personality, and you don't have to think about what they would sound like or how they would say it or whatever. In your own head, it would just happen in front of you, and I like that idea so much. So the next thing he said is kind of about why Link is still not voice acted, and the quote is, quote, "If Link said something the user doesn't agree with, that relationship between the user and Link would be lost. That's why I chose not to do that." So, I really personally don't like silent protagonists at all. I think they're really dumb. I always hate the people say it's like, oh, well, it's to what, so you can put your reaction to the character or whatever. Some stupid things like I'm being told a story about this character. I want to see his reactions. I want to know what he thinks. I don't care if something happens and the character does something and I don't personally like it or whatever. That's the character, and I want there to be a character. I don't want there to be an emotionless thing. Just doing, and just like something happens, you say like, "Yep," it says nothing, and it's not something I want. So I don't agree with this part at all. I want Link to be voiced like that. I like games with the being protagonist fully voiced, or even just have dialogue. And yeah, but that's but whatever. Again, this new Zelda looks fantastic. It looks amazing. Can't wait for it. Sorry for some of that background noise there. My dog just barged in the room. But so Breath of the Wild, it just looks so fantastic. And just the fact that there's going to be voice acting at all. Like when I first watched that trailer and it said "open your eyes," I was like, oh my god, they're going to have voice acting. And then watching some gameplay, whatever that woman's voice is that's talking to you, I don't know who she is or what she's doing or whatever, what her point is, but the fact that she's talking to you through various things, explaining things to you is just awesome. And from what this seems like in this interview is that there's going to be like cutscenes or very important story moments, like probably with Zelda or Ganon or whoever else. It's going to be voiced, and that is awesome. But that's just my thoughts on the voice acting in the Zelda game. It's something I wanted for a long time. Some people are still kind of on the fence about it. Some people don't want it at all. They think it's a terrible thing. Some people are like me, they wanted this. And just kind of let me know what you guys think about all this. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.